The film opens by introducing a married couple, Victor and Nadia. They are two leading robotics engineers, developing a rescue robot with the help of their assistant, Katya. Together, they design an advanced unit codenamed A112. In the early stages, the robot still has many flaws. However, after numerous revisions and tests, A112 is finally considered ready to be presented to the board of directors. Victor and Nadia have a son named Misha. One day, Misha calls his mother, but because she is too busy, Nadia tells him to call his father instead. During the call, Misha complains of a stomachache from overeating and asks for permission to skip his math exam. Even though Victor knows his son is unwell, he insists that Misha must take the test. According to him, mathematics is the most important subject in school. After saying that, he immediately hangs up, leaving Misha confused and under pressure, especially since he has never liked math. Back at the laboratory, Victor discovers something unusual in A112's voice while the demonstration is fast approaching. With no time left to repair the entire system, he is forced to install a backup voice module. Shortly afterward, A112 is brought in for a live test before the executive board. Meanwhile, at school, Misha does not even attempt to answer the exam questions. Instead, he spends the entire math test drawing pictures. The supervising teacher notices this and scolds him for not completing a single question, even threatening to report his behavior to his father. Returning to the presentation room, A112 begins its rescue simulations. In the first scenario, the robot is assigned to save a victim in a train accident, but instead of acting quickly, A112 tries to comfort the victim by cracking awkward, uncle-style jokes. This leads director Lyatov to conclude that the robot has failed to perform its intended function. In the second simulation, A112 must rescue a person trapped beneath rubble. Unfortunately, the robot merely gives instructions telling the victim to free themselves, without attempting to move any debris. The situation worsens in the third simulation, when the robot must choose between saving a statue of an elderly man or a statue of a mother and her newborn baby pinned under a steel beam. After scanning and analyzing the scene, A112 detects a high-risk level from the beam. Yet in the end, it rescues only the statue of the old man. As a result, the statue of the mother and baby is crushed. Witnessing this, director Lyatov becomes furious and declares the robot a complete failure. Victor is ordered to restart the entire A112 project from scratch. Elsewhere, Misha's school life is not going well either. Because he dislikes school and has no friends, he grows close to a janitor named Jenna. Uncle Jenna often lets Misha borrow his tablet so the boy can draw freely and express his imagination. Not long after, Victor receives a call from the school informing him that Misha has received an F on his math exam. Not only were his answers wrong, but he also used the entire test paper to draw pictures. Deeply disappointed, Victor vents his anger on A112, but instead of responding defensively, the robot asks about a photograph placed on Victor's desk. Victor explains that it is a picture of his family. The robot then asks what family means. Victor replies that a family usually consists of parents and children, sometimes even a dog. Hearing this, A112 says that Victor is its family because Victor created it. However, still overwhelmed with emotion, Victor firmly rejects the statement and tells the robot to focus on improving itself instead. When Victor returns home, he immediately scolds Misha. He is frustrated that his son has never taken math seriously. Misha tries to explain that he dreams of becoming a comic artist because he truly loves drawing. Unfortunately, both Victor and Nadia want Misha to follow in their footsteps and become a robotics engineer, which is why they enrolled him in the most expensive science school in Moscow. Victor even insists that drawing will never make Misha successful. Hearing this, Misha firmly declares that he does not want to become an engineer at all. Meanwhile, at the laboratory, still driven by curiosity, A112 secretly returns to Victor's office to search for the meaning of the word family. However, it cannot find a satisfactory answer. The robot then takes Victor's family photograph and keeps it. Wanting to return the picture and better understand the concept of family, A112 decides to go to Victor's house. As it prepares to leave the lab, the door refuses to open because it is locked with a fingerprint scanner. Without hesitation, A112 fires a laser beam from its finger and burns a hole through the door. It then begins its journey across the city to find Victor's family. Along the way, people panic at the sight of the robot. Many believe A112 is a dangerous alien machine that has gone out of control. The next morning, as soon as Victor arrives at the laboratory, he receives troubling news. Katya reports that A112 has escaped. Meanwhile, At school, the teacher announces a robot building competition against a school from a nearby village. However, Misha shows no interest at all and decides to go home early. Elsewhere, A112 finally reaches Victor's house. Using a special device deployed from its finger, the robot easily unlocks the door and steps inside. Once inside, A112 feels delighted, believing it has found Victor's family home. But that joy quickly fades when it hears the door opening. Instinctively, the robot hides. It turns out the person entering is Misha, returning from school. After washing his hands, Misha is horrified to discover a robot inside his house. Startled, he accidentally slams his arm against the sink. Seeing this, the robot immediately analyzes the situation and moves forward to help, attempting to treat the bruise on Misha's arm. But Misha panics and runs into his bedroom. The robot scans his body and confirms that he is not seriously injured. When he realizes the robot is not dangerous, Misha slowly climbs down from his bed. Curious, he asks why it has come to his house. The robot replies that it is searching for Misha's parents to understand the meaning of family. It then takes out Victor's family photograph and shows it to him. Looking at the picture, Misha grows quiet and visibly saddened. Although it appears to be a happy family, he has never truly felt genuine love or care from his parents. He is constantly scolded simply because he prefers drawing to studying math. The robot says that Victor scolded it the day before as well. Gradually, it begins to understand Misha's emotions. Feeling that they are both lonely in the same way, Misha offers to be friends with the robot. He then suggests giving it a name and together they choose Robo as its new name. Robo is in truth very innocent. Elsewhere, Director Lyatov is furious after learning that A112 escaped by destroying the laboratory door. He fears the robot could harm people. However, Victor and Nadia try to explain that their creation is not dangerous, as it was designed to help humanity. Lyatov refuses to accept any excuses. In his eyes, the robot has gone beyond control and must be dismantled immediately. He orders his subordinates to capture A112 at once. After returning to his desk, Victor suddenly realizes that the family photograph that used to sit there is missing. He immediately suspects that A112 took it and went to his house. Without hesitation, Victor requests permission to leave the laboratory and rushes home to confirm his suspicion. At home, Robo tells Misha that Director Lyatov has ordered it to be dismantled because it supposedly failed in communication. Yet all Robo ever wanted was to help people. Not long after, they see a news report on television about a natural disaster. Robo explains that it was created to assist humans in situations like that and even expresses a strong desire to go and help the victims immediately. However, the atmosphere suddenly changes when the front door opens. Misha quickly tells Robo to hide. The one who enters is none other than Victor. He appears to be searching for something, checking around the house carefully. After finding nothing unusual, he leaves. That afternoon, Robo tries to understand humans by reading articles online. But Misha closes the laptop and invites it to go outside instead. Afraid his parents might discover Robo, Misha brings it up to the attic, which he uses as his art studio. There Robo sees many drawings created by Misha. Misha explains that a beautiful painting must be made with heart and emotion to have true artistic value. Robo seems confused by the concept of beauty until Misha points to the sunset as an example. Before leaving, Misha draws a small signature on Robo's hand as a symbol of their friendship, then tells it to stay hidden in the attic until the next day. Meanwhile, Director Lyatov mobilizes all his subordinates and requests police assistance to hunt down Robo. He even issues a television announcement, declaring Robo a dangerous robot and urging citizens to report it immediately if spotted. At the same time, during dinner at home, Victor and Nadia grow increasingly tense as Lyatov threatens to shut down their laboratory. Misha hesitantly asks what will happen if Robo is captured. Victor answers bluntly that Robo will be destroyed. Hearing this, Misha falls silent and decides to hide the truth to protect his friend. The next day after school, Misha returns to the attic and is shocked to see the door open. But he quickly sighs in relief when he finds Robo playing cards with Uncle Jenna. Misha is amazed at how quickly Robo has learned. He locks the door and explains that Robo is now wanted and considered a threat. Misha plans to take Robo out of the city. When Uncle Jenna mentions the forest as a possible hiding place, Misha immediately sees an opportunity. He believes Robo could help victims of the forest fire and prove that it is not a danger. However, their plan is interrupted when the police arrive and bang loudly on the attic door. A voice calls out in Russian. Receiving no response, the officers force the door open and storm inside. In the chaos, Uncle Jenna tells Misha and Robo to escape onto the rooftop. The police quickly chase after them. Robo hesitates for a moment, wanting to obey human authority, but Misha begs it to keep running. In the end, Robo leaps from one building to another, carrying Misha in its arms as they flee. During the escape, Misha's phone falls to the ground, leading the police to believe that the robot has kidnapped the boy. That night, Misha and Robo hide inside an unfinished construction building. Misha grows angry that Robo is labeled dangerous when it has only ever wanted to help humans. Seeing that Misha is cold, Robo takes out a thermal blanket and builds a small fire to keep him warm. In that quiet moment, Robo realizes that humans may be fragile and imperfect, yet they are extraordinary for having created something like itself. Back at home, Nadia is overwhelmed with worry after the police inform her that Misha has been abducted by a robot. Victor and Nadia begin to realize that Misha may have run away because he felt unloved and misunderstood. The realization fills them with regret. For so long they were consumed with building robots that they forgot to give enough love to their own son. The next morning, Misha asks Robo to continue their journey. But there is a problem. If anyone sees Robo, they will immediately report it to the police. Misha comes up with the idea of finding a disguise for Robo. Just as they are discussing it, they hear noises from below the building. Misha panics, thinking it is the police, but Robo reassures him that it is only construction workers. Then Robo tells Misha to climb onto its shoulders and safely jumps down to the ground. Elsewhere, Katia brings bad news to Victor and Nadia. The director has officially shut down the laboratory and terminated the rescue robot project. Victor immediately goes to confront him. Meanwhile, Misha takes Robo to an amusement park, hoping to find a disguise from a circus troupe. At first, he considers stealing one, but after explaining everything honestly, the performers are amazed by Robo and willingly lend him a clown costume. On the way, Misha runs into Anton and Olga. Anton is surprised to see Misha acting so casually while the entire city is searching for him. Misha explains that he is helping Robo escape the city. At first, Anton does not believe him until Robo removes its mask. Seeing Robo's true form, both Anton and Olga are stunned. Misha firmly states that Robo is kind and is his friend. Elsewhere, Victor continues pleading with the director to give the rescue robot project more time. However, the director firmly refuses, emphasizing that he only wants machines that are completely under human control. Victor has no choice but to leave in frustration. At the park, Misha asks Anton and Olga to watch over Robo while he goes to buy bus tickets, reminding them to keep everything secret. After Misha leaves, Anton becomes curious about Robo's abilities. Robo says that it can fly. Anton laughs in disbelief until Robo actually lifts off the ground. Without hesitation, Anton records a video and uploads it to social media to gain attention. Despite Olga's attempt to stop him, the video quickly spreads online. At the same time, Misha is arrested by the police and taken to the station. The officers contact Victor to come and pick him up. Meanwhile, the director sees the viral video and immediately discovers Robo's location. At the police station, Victor feels relieved when he reunites with Misha. Misha explains that Robo did not kidnap him. Instead, it has become like a family. Victor initially insists that Robo is just a machine, but Misha argues that Robo can understand human emotions. In the end, Victor promises he will not destroy Robo and Misha agrees to lead him to it. They arrive at the park, where Robo is still in disguise. Victor asks Robo to come home, but Robo refuses and says that family members should not command one another harshly. Victor is taken aback, then sincerely apologizes. Soon after, the director and his men appear and attempt to disable Robo using electromagnetic weapons. Everyone tries to escape, but they are cornered at the harbor. As the situation grows tense, Robo detects danger and urges everyone to stay back. A massive shipping container suddenly falls, nearly crushing the director. Robo quickly catches it and saves him. However, its strength is not enough to hold it for long. After ensuring everyone's safety, the container crashes down and crushes Robo's body. Witnessing the sacrifice, the director finally realizes that Robo truly is a rescue robot. Meanwhile, Misha breaks down in tears, believing Robo is gone. But not long after, Robo suddenly reboots and calls out Misha's name. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Robo calmly says that helping humans is its true mission. Several months later, Victor's laboratory was reopened. This time Victor and Nadia prioritize their family and support Misha's passion for drawing. After being repaired, Robo officially becomes a member of their family. And with that, the film comes to an end.